Destination Manhood Collective. Destination Manhood Collective. Destination Manhood Collective. Destination Manhood Collective.
So we're back with GD Holland with the Destination Manhood Collective. He's brought one of his team members with him, so I'm going to have him introduce her to everyone.
All right. Today we have our educational liaison and our board co-chair, Cookie Holland Simpson. Once again, she has served as the educational liaison for the organization for the past 5 years, and we are going to be placing her in the position of interim COO of the organization, and we'll have an update on that soon. Here's Cookie.
All right, so just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself, your role, and what you bring to the organization.
Like you said, I am Cookie Holland Simpson. LaShawn is my government name. But I have served as the education liaison since the inception of the organization, and I am responsible for leadership training. I do seminars, team building exercises. I come with a background in education, and I also have my own school here in the U.S. and in Cape Town, South Africa. So I come from the education swing of things, and I love it.
All right. So what results does the Destination Manhood Collective achieve?
Say that again?
What results does your organization achieve?
Oh, just simply being a mainstay in the lives of those that need mentorship, and mentorship in the sense of walking with a person, not just looking for quick results. That mentoring has to go a long way. You have to be prepared for the journey, not just for a moment. It doesn't work like that. So we specialize in the idea and the goal of walking with people in the sense of mentoring.
All right. Are there any barriers in your way?
Absolutely. For one, the pandemic.
Yeah, the pandemic has really affected our ability to get out into the community and do a lot of things that we would normally do. But it also gave us a little bit of time to get out here and to refocus our direction and kind of hone in on exactly what we want to do. With Cookie coming in with us as a co-chair, she's going to spearhead a lot of other initiatives, whereas I'll be focused on other initiatives. So going forward, she'll explain it to you.
Yes. I believe that and walking with people, and instead of just telling them what to do, walking with them is what helps.
All right. And what are some of the things that you're going to focus on, your priorities that going forward in the organization?
Well, one thing, and keeping in Maslow's hierarchy, you got to take care of the immediate needs before you even try to tell people do this, do that. So we want to start with the basics, making sure that homing is in order, food, make sure, with children with school supplies. There's a lot of children that don't have school supplies, and that's even in places where it's not a Title I school. Parents just don't invest in school supplies. You just never know the circumstance. So we're starting off is working with the basic needs that, don't tell me to be warm and be filled, without giving me some food and making me warm. So that's something that's priority. As a vision, those things are priority.
All right. And what do you personally spend most of your time on?
Personally, I spend a lot of time training and equipping the leadership so that the team. I'm not the one that goes out and shows up on the site. I equip the leadership, the board members, those volunteers. I equip them give them motivation, encouragement, and just some helpful hints or tools to reach those that God sends our way. And so teaching and training and equipping, that's my gig.
And what is the hardest decision the Destination Manhood Collective has had to make recently?
You want me to answer that? All right, we had our community outreach leader, Damian Holland, recently passed back in November of 2021, in November. Not only was he our community outreach coordinator, he was our little brother. All right, so I partnered with him. We had a great rapport. He was really getting active out here in the community with our outreach program. So we're going to miss him, and we're going to try to see if we can replace him with someone as competent as him and someone as passionate about our organization as he was.
That's what I was going to say, overcoming that, and just even with people's lives changing because of the pandemic, it gave other people priority, that they had to prioritize themselves instead of reaching out. So it's like there's a clarion call for those that are stable so that they can reach somebody else, so that they're stable enough. You know, they put their mask on as this pandemic has caused us to crash. They put their mask on, so now they're helping others. So there's a clarion call for those that have their mask on but can help others now.
And if someone wanted to know more about the Destination Manhood Collective, what can they do? Who can they contact? How can they reach you guys? You know, even though we're in a time of technology, you know, unfortunately, there are some people out there that may need your services. They may not have access to it. So do you guys provide anything, or do you have people going out in the community to help reach them?
Well, on a limited basis right now, you know, again, we're slowly coming out of the pandemic. And what we do is we take the process of allowing people in very seriously. They have to screen the candidate. There's waivers and certain other things that have to be signed off on if they decide to fall under our mentorship program. We want the parents fully involved as well, because without the parents, we won't know how to lead their children. But we're walking into that, and if they want to reach out to us, they can always reach us at www.destinationmanhoodcollective.org or at 470-205-4560.
And lastly, as we were wrapping up, just tell the people how important it is for your nonprofit organization to have people donate to your organization.
I'll leave that to the nonprofit profession because I have my own ideas as well.
Wow. You know, it's amazing. I hear people talk all the time about, you know, I'll use ministry as an example since that's my background as well. And, you know, they're like, well, all these pastors want is money. But it takes money to run things, you know. And every other job, it takes money. And so we have to get comfortable in approaching people from a philanthropic point of view and know that this is a need. This is not, you know, we ain't just kicking it buying Cadillacs and BMWs and all that kind of thing. We're trying to meet a critical need. Critical need. This is, you know, we got all these school shootings, children are dying, young people are dying. It's just so crazy out there in the world. Somebody needs to intervene. And so as one to intervene, we need help to do all this stuff. Even school supplies. I mean, we've used quite a bit of resources of our own. And so it really helps if somebody else, you know, comes to, you know, pitch in and say, hey, I want to give to you monthly. You know, that takes a load off, a big load off.
All right. And you will let me expound on that as well. Since the inception of the organization, a great deal of my personal funding has gone into this project, so you know how I really feel about it. But when learning how to run a nonprofit organization, I realized that we have to revisit that point. We can't sustain ourselves just living off by funds. We need your support. And when I need support, not only your financial support, but just your physical support in this organization. If you guys can come out and support us at these events, we can reach more people and get our message out across to a broader spectrum of people. All right.
That's what's up.
And is there any lasting comments that you wanted, the people to know about the Destination Manhood Collective?
I do. This is our 5th anniversary once again, and we've been focusing on going forward in our 5th year. And our current chief operating officer is Elizabeth Wallace, of course, and she'll be stepping down from the organization shortly. We love her. We appreciate everything she's contributed to the organization. And at some point, you guys will hear from her to get her point of view on what the organization has been going through.
Well, we can't wait for that interview to happen. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
Destination Manhood Collective. Destination Manhood Collective. Destination Manhood Collective.